The wolf child in the snowstorm long ago, on the edge of a great snowy forest, a storm raged louder than 100 drums. The wind howled, the trees groaned, and the snow fell so thick that even the stars hid their faces. In the middle of that storm, a tiny baby lay in the snow, wrapped only in a thin cloth. His cries were soft, like the mewing of a bird, and soon the storm would have swallowed him whole. But then, from the trees padded a pack of wolves, their paws making no sound on the frozen ground. Their fur shimmered silver in the moonlight. At the front walked Saria, the wise mother wolf. She stopped when she heard the cry. "Listen," she told the pack. "Something small calls for help." The wolves sniffed and growled uneasily. "It is not our kind," said one. "It smells strange," said another. "Leave it to the snow," said a third. But Saria stepped closer. She lowered her nose to the bundle. Inside was a baby boy, his tiny fingers clutching at the air. The child opened his eyes and looked straight into hers. Instead of crying, he gurgled and smiled. Saria's heart softened. "He is not prey," she whispered. "He is a cub, and no cub shall be left to die in the snow." Before anyone could argue, she picked him up gently in her jaws and carried him back to the den. Life with the wolves. The wolves named him Kale, which in their tongue meant child of the storm. Kale grew up among his wolf brothers and sisters. They taught him to run fast, to leap over fallen logs, and to listen to the whispers of the wind. When he tumbled into the snow, his wolf mother nuzzled him and said, "Up you get, little one. Even the snow can be a friend if you learn its ways." When he grew hungry, the pack shared their food with him, and at night he curled into the warm fur of his family and dreamed of running with them forever. Soon Kale could howl like the wolves. At first it was high and wobbly. "Aw-woo-oop." The wolf pups laughed, rolling in the snow. "Try again, brother," they teased. Kale tried until his howl grew strong and clear, echoing through the forest like music. The hunters won spring. Strangers came climbing into the mountains, men with sharp arrows and cruel eyes. "They come for us," growled one wolf. "They want our fur," said another. Kale stepped forward. His hair was long and wild, and he wore furs and feathers the wolves had given him. Though human, his eyes shone like golden fire. "I will speak to them," he said. The hunters laughed when they saw him. "Look," one jeered, "a wild boy who thinks he's a wolf." "Step aside, child," said another, lifting his bow. But Kale stood tall. He lifted his head and let out a long, proud howl. "Oh-whoa!" the sound rang across the mountains. It was the voice of wolf and man together, strong and fierce. From the shadows the pack appeared, eyes glowing, teeth glinting, silent as the snow. The hunters' laughter froze in their throats, their hands shook. Then, dropping their weapons, they fled back down the mountain, never to return. On the legend from that day